feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been apprised, there's no need to be surprised.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Here's Murray. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it?
Under a heavy rush, and and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerome Baker, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. On now is Ty Zentner to punt. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Murray now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Herbert off of play action. And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
3rd and long. It's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw, it's Murray. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On play action, it's Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Murray going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half. Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Herbert now. Complete to his giant Jalen Hyatt. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken at the 23.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
Oh, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 48 yards.
First down, New York.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. First down, Giants.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Play fake. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jackson. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever known.
The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Robbie Chosen, 85 yards. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gano out to kick this one away. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Murray now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Play action. It's Herbert. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Saquon Barkley running right. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Murray. He's got this downfield to McBride. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Brandon Ayuk, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
What's good on the extra point? And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Across midfield. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 38-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
on third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Back to throw, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Murray to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. A handoff, Barkley running left, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference champion.